Hi, my name is Bryce Eastham. I've been working at Technoglass as an auto rock chip repair and window installation technician going on 5 years now, and I'm going to show you how to repair a rock chip in your windshield.
The reason to fix a rock chip is to prevent expensive repairs if it happens to spread all the way across the windshield.
Since we're dealing with harsh chemicals, it's always a good idea to take a couple safety precautions. I recommend wearing some nitrile gloves. And putting on some safety glasses.
To fix a rock chip, you first need to understand how a windshield is made. It's actually two pieces of tempered glass put together with a laminate sheet in the middle of them. The materials used will be glass resin, pit filler, a razor blade, windshield curing tab, and a rock chip repair bridge. This is the main part of the rock chip repair bridge. It's called the plunger. It's used to create a vacuum to remove moisture and air from the rock chip, as well as creating pressure to inject resin into the rock chip. To put it together, you put the plunger into its base and put the screw into one of the grooves. In the next step, we're going to fill the bridge with glass resin. I always use 5 drops because using any more would just be a waste. Next, you're going to want to install the seal onto the rock chip repair bridge. Do this by gently pressing it into the tip. Here's a tip. If you bring the resin until it breaks the surface of the seal and back it down just a little bit, it'll keep the resin from pouring out when you flip the bridge over. Now we're going to position the bridge on the windshield. To do this, you're going to line the seal up over the rock chip and press the pump on the back of the suction cup until the seal makes contact with the windshield. You're then going to use the leveling screws on the back to make sure that the seal is level with the windshield. At this time, you can adjust the location of your seal to get it to fit perfectly over the rock chip. You're now going to unscrew the plunger to create vacuum in the system. This will ensure that there's no air or moisture inside the chip before you inject resin into it. You're going to let it sit like this for just a few minutes. The next step is to create pressure and inject the resin into the rock chip. To do this, you're going to screw in the plunger until it bulges out on the sides. It's at this time that you'll begin to see the rock chip disappear. Again, this process will take a few minutes.
Alright, so sometimes the chip doesn't want to disappear all the way, so I have a little tip for you guys. So you're going to come to where the chip is, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to apply a little bit of heat, just a little bit. You don't want to get it too hot because you can actually melt the laminate that's between the two sheets of glass. Just give it a little bit of heat. And then rub it with a paper towel.
In this step, we're going to remove the bridge and put pit filler on the impact point of the rock chip. Here's a tip so you don't make a big mess. You're going to put a paper towel around the bottom of the bridge and release the suction cup. That way resin doesn't splat everywhere.
The next step is to cure the resin. To do that, we're going to use a UV curing lamp, and we're going to position it just over the pit filler. Alright, now you can get the
Now you're going to want to plug it in to the 12-volt power outlet in your car. You want to let this sit for a few minutes. You can now remove the UV curing lamp from the windshield. In this next step, we're going to remove the curing tab and scrape the remaining resin from the windshield. When you're scraping the resin, make sure you keep the razor blade perpendicular to the windshield to make sure you don't scratch it. The final step is to remove the leftover resin. Always be sure to give the area around the chip a cleaning when you're finished. And you're all good to go.